first, we're learning brand new information about the suspect involved in what the FBI is calling another apparent attempted assassination against former President Donald Trump. The suspect, 58-year-old Ryan Routh, just went before a federal judge for his initial appearance this morning, in which he was charged with 2 weapons violations you see on your screen. But our sources tell CBS News more charges are likely. According to our correspondent, inside that courtroom, Routh was calm and relaxed, at one point even laughing and smiling with his public defender. There will be another hearing on this in a week on whether he will be held without bond. Anna Schecter is here with us in Studio 57. She's the senior coordinating producer for CBS's Crime and Public Safety Unit. Anna, we have some brand new court documents just into this newsroom. What are you learning?
We have the complaint. He's been charged with 2 federal charges: possession of a firearm, a felon in possession of a firearm that is illegal. That is a federal violation. And the second charge is being in possession of a weapon with the serial name obscured. So these are 2 weapons charges that law enforcement sources in Florida tell me are easy for the prosecutors to prove. We can expect that more charges might be added, so we'll be watching as the day goes on and into tomorrow. But the initial complaint has just been filed. We just got the documents, and those are the 2 charges filed against him. Just a reminder to our viewers, we had a 2002 felony charge against this suspect for being in possession of a weapon of mass death. They actually quote that in this complaint just out today.
Okay, so if we can, let's put up the graphic again of the 2 charges so far that Routh is facing. What else can you tell us about this hearing today and what your sources are telling you?
Well, this was very preliminary. It's the first time we saw from him. Local law enforcement sources say that calm demeanor, where he's sort of relaxed, that matches the way he was acting as he was arrested. The Martin County Sheriff arrived at the scene pretty soon after he was apprehended, and he told me just half an hour ago that he was taken aback at just how calm he was, and that he had this instinct, that's definitely the guy. This is the person. And he just couldn't believe how it was like he was waiting for this. So that was an interesting conversation to have. The sheriff told me that he immediately transferred him into the custody of the FBI. These interviews are ongoing, and we're painting a picture of his motive. The fact that he had a GoPro there is really interesting to investigators. Was he planning to film himself carrying out an act? Those preliminary interviews have just completed, but this will be ongoing. But so far, we have no indication that he was violent or making any violent threats against any candidate. But that we'll be watching for any information that might come out of this investigation.
What are we learning about him in terms of where he's from? Does he have any connection to this area?
He does not. He's from North Carolina, and he spent the past few years in Hawaii. But interestingly, he traveled overseas to fight for Ukraine. He was passionate about fighting for that cause. He had sort of these grand ideas of recruiting fighters from not just the U.S., but also Afghanistan and Syria, which is a bit far-fetched. And it's unclear if he ever made a huge impact, but he did travel to Ukraine in the 2022-2023 timeframe, was interviewed by the New York Times and other outlets about this. So that's something he was passionate about. He also posted to X in the wake of the assassination attempt just 2 months ago, critical of Donald Trump, saying, I supported you in 2016, but now I can't wait to see you gone. So that's also part of this investigation.
What are the questions you're going to be asking today?
Well, today I want to know from federal prosecutors the timeline. First of all, did he purchase the gun in Florida, or did he travel with this gun? Did he travel to Florida with the intent of carrying out an assassination, or did he decide this more spur of the moment? Did he see a motorcade driving by? The fact that he had the GoPro, it seems like he took a little bit of time to get himself set up at that fence. So I want to know exactly what was going on in the minutes, hours, and days leading up to him being apprehended.
Anna Schecter, we appreciate your reporting. Thank you.